name is Nivedita Singh and I'm a counselor and a psychotherapist. I'm also the founder director of Co-Create Change, and I've been working in the mental health space for the last 30 years. In the last several weeks since the first lockdown, we've received innumerable calls from people who've been going through extremely distressing emotions because of the imposed isolation and because of the prolonged uncertainty that all of us have been grappling with. We've had people call us and tell us about the fact that they've contemplated suicide because life seems so difficult and challenging. We've had people talk about attempting suicide, and we've all heard about the staggering number of cases of death by suicide. This is extremely distressing for everyone because there's such a sense of finality to suicide. There's such a sense of irreversibility to it. And more so for the mental health fraternity, we find it doubly distressing because we know that suicide is preventable. It's just that most people don't know how to identify those who are at risk. A recent research, in fact, has shown that 52% of the non-COVID deaths in the country in the last 2.5 months have been as a result of suicide. Now, this is really, it's kind of unnerving because you really don't know who in your environment, therefore, carries the potential to harm themselves, and whether you should now then tiptoe around people, or should you actually try and motivate, challenge, and cajole them to get out of their negative thoughts and negative emotions. It's just so, there's such a sense of helplessness and vulnerability that all of us are going through. And therefore, we at Co-Create Change thought it was a good idea for us to put together a video wherein you would be able to identify the risk factors and the red flags in order to be able to know or be able to take a person who needs help to the right mental health professional. Please remember, the objective behind the video is to make sure that you're not caught unawares. So what are some of these red flags? The red flags are represented in this mnemonic, is path warm. Now, this mnemonic has been created in order to help you to be able to remember, recall, and also identify the red flags amongst people who are in your environment. I stands for ideation. Most people who are suicidal have negative thoughts and negative ideas, and they do communicate this. They communicate it to people in their environment, they communicate it to people they are close to, and they communicate it to people who they care for and who they love. Because suicide, as we said earlier, is a cry for help. The problem is that we often don't know how to handle this kind of communication, so we sweep it under the carpet, or we dismiss it, or we label it as emotional blackmail and manipulation. Please remember to take any such communication seriously. S is for substance use or dependence. In case there is dependence and substance use, watch out for excessive use or increased use. Is there a sense of purposelessness? Nothing for the person to look forward to. Is there anxiety, which means fear about the future, accompanied with agitation and insomnia? Does the person talk about feeling trapped, feeling confined, cut off? Is there a sense of hopelessness, feeling doomed, unlucky, cursed, worthless? Do you notice the person withdrawing from friends, family, society, and social media? Do you notice anger, especially uncontrolled rage, seeking to teach someone a lesson? Is there recklessness in the behavior? And are there mood changes which are sudden, dramatic, and very uncharacteristic of the person's typical moods? If you notice all or most of these red flags in someone around you, please reach out to a mental health professional for assessment and evaluation to see if the person is in fact suicidal or not. You can also reach out to us at www.cocreatechange.in. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. You can check out our YouTube channel. You can also WhatsApp us on the number given below.